sweltering. After we had discovered the strange tower in the middle of the jungle, our guides abandoned us. Can't say that I blame them. They got scared, and I understand why. But none of this seems to bother Pierre Lorraine. This amazing man sings and laughs incessantly. It's probably due to the mushrooms he eats all the time. That was December 15th. Corbett's next entry is December 25th, or December 26th. He's not even sure of the date. This is my first chance to write since the Indians captured us. Their aggressive attitude leaves me little hope. Now I am certain that El Dorado is less than a day's walk from their village, but I probably won't ever have the chance to verify this myself. Yesterday, the Indians killed Pierre Lorraine, who laughed at them till the bitter end. I should do the same, but I don't think I'll have the nerve. He had his mushrooms, I don't. Thanks to them, he probably had a hazy perception of reality. Unfortunately, my own reality is vivid. I therefore entrust my soul to this God in whom I no longer believe, and I beg you who find this journal to return it to my family. And my very last thought will be for you, Elsa, or is it Ella?
It's Elsa. Elsa Walston. He'd married her 7 or 8 months before he left. Sad.
If I were younger, I'd gladly follow in Corbett's footsteps. Sadly, I'm too old.
You should take that journal to the authorities.
For them to send troops out there? Never. I'm a businessman, Steiner. Exterminating Indians is not the way I see my job.
And this? Do you think it's...
Yes, those are the Frenchmen's mushrooms.
The funny mushrooms?
Mexicans call them teonanacatl. For them, they're the food of gods. The witch doctors claim that eating them takes you back in your past.
Back in the past, eh?
I was shot, but I can't remember what happened.
No one tells me what to do.
The monk? Yes, I bet it was him. But why? Pandora. Goodbye, Pandora. But Pandora was sweet. Rasputin.
You'll never
But you are my friend, aren't you?
Are you sure it's a good idea for me to come? Maybe you should speak to him alone.
I don't know. Anyway, he's not been himself lately. Following a head injury, he's lost his memory.
What do the doctors say?
Doctors? They can't even deal with a toothache, let alone amnesia.
Still, he's the only one who could set up an expedition like this.
Look, Corto, we have a visitor. It's my friend, Levi Columbia.
So what? What do I care?
Greetings, Corto Maltese. I see that you're still as sarcastic as ever. That's reassuring, in a way. So what shall I do? Shall I remain standing?
Of course not. Have a seat. And you, Corto, make an effort. Be nice to my friend.
Look, mister, I don't know who you are or what you want with me. You asked me to be nice, but my head's killing me. The last thing I want's to listen to you two. Go to hell.
Very well. I see there's no point in trying.
Wait, Levi. Levi has just read to me the travel journal of Elijah Corbett, an English explorer. It seems that Corbett found the ruins of an Inca monument deep in the Amazonian forest.
It could well be El Dorado.
So?
So what? The heat's getting unbearable. At least offer your friend a drink. Make an effort. Be nice.
I therefore entrust my soul to this God in whom I no longer believe, and I beg you who find this journal to return it to my family.
Where was Pierre Lorraine from?
He was an ex-convict from Cayenne. He was an anarchist, I think. After he'd escaped, he joined Corbett's expedition. I'd like you to locate this tower, Corto Maltese, and the mysterious city that lies less than a day's walk from here. I'm prepared to offer you $20,000.
How much?
Of course, this is strictly between us.
No, thank you. I'm not interested.
You were right, Steiner. Your friend isn't quite himself. If he's still your friend at all.
Tell me, Levy, the Frenchman's mushrooms. Do you think they really work?
What do you mean?
I have an idea, crazy plan, but it's worth a try.
Try what? You're not thinking of going for 20,000?
That was only a basis for discussion. I am prepared to negotiate.
But I'm not. If I go, it's only as a partner, not as an employee.
What kind of a partnership might that be?
The kind I always offer to snakes like you. I take 100% of the risks, and you give me 50% of the profits. The $20,000 will be an advance.
50%? Well, in that case, the advance will only be $10,000. It's only fair that partners should share the risks.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Smells delicious. What are you cooking?
It's a surprise. In the next few weeks, we'll be eating nothing but corned beef. So tonight, it's mushroom risotto.
Mushrooms? You sure they're safe?
Totally. I fed some to the cat and nothing happened.
What do you mean? We don't have a cat.
Of course we have a cat. People with amnesia are so irritating. They forget everything. What is it? Dig in.
You seem a bit keen.
A bit keen? Me? No, it's just that I made a real effort. But if you don't like it...
Sure I like it. It's delicious. I didn't know you could find mushrooms in Maracaibo.
Actually, they're not from here. They're from Mexico. God, I really hate it when you stare at me like that, Corto. It's really annoying. I'm off to bed. Long day tomorrow. Good night.
Good night, Steiner. You know what I dislike the most about dreamers like Levy Columbia?
What's that?
It's that their dreams are contagious. El Dorado. So many people have dreamt about it. Ariana, Raleigh, Nunez, Corbett. And now it's us.
But this time it's not a dream. There's the Inca Tower. Even if we find nothing else, it'll be a wonderful experience.
He's right. All experiences, even the most dangerous ones, are worth living. Greetings, gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Pierre Loren.
Well, that name rings a bell.
Pierre Laran?
Are you Corto Maltese? I've heard a lot about you.
You don't look very well.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a bout with malaria. It'll pass. I'll be all right soon.
Sit down and tell us what you know about the famous hidden city.
The hidden city? El Dorado. It's just a legend. But if you choose to believe in legends, you'll go deeper and deeper into the jungle. You'll face countless perils, and in the end, you'll realize that the path is endless, because there's always something more to discover further along. And you'll end up back where you started, having found nothing. Personally, I choose to believe in legends. That's why I can't leave this place.
Yes, but for us it's different. We know exactly where we're going.
Speak for yourself, Steiner.
Excuse me, gentlemen. The captain wishes to inform you that we will soon be in Santa Rosa.
Say thank you to the captain for us.
Well, all I can do is wish you a good trip and the best of luck.
Why's that? You're not coming?
Me? But,
Look, Loren, I'm not doing this as a favor. I'm offering you a job. And an experience. So, apart from adventure, what are you looking for around here?
what am I looking for? Nice card. It's simple.
A girl?
A girl. No, a woman. We used to talk about sweet nothings, about friends, about enemies, about all sorts of things. And then it was happiness. It ended, as always.
Then what?
I'm alone, that's what. And you, Corto, what brings you here?
More or less the same story.
come to the village of the Nane people.
I need some men to take us to the tower Corbett found.
It is deep in the forest. Nobody wants to go that far into Jivaro land. They are all afraid. And I am afraid too, although I am a brave man.
I'm not afraid. My name is Aparia.
You strike me as an intelligent man, Aparia. Why aren't you afraid?
Because I believe in what I want. Yes, the Javaros will chop off your head. It's true. All the rest is lies. It makes the witch doctors feel important.
You're not a Nane, are you? Where'd you learn to think like that?
My father was white. My mother Javaro. But it's not important. You want to go where Corbett went? I'll be your guide if you want.
Whoa!
The Nanes were relieved to see you go. They hate white people. A lot of them died because of you.
Smallpox?
Yes. Over 70 of them died. Now, unfortunately, they have to accept help from the white men. My father didn't like his own people either.
Maybe you met the wrong kind. Can happen sometimes. What a monster!
The Barquero. Damn thing broke his neck.
It was a water snake. Some are even bigger than that.
It's our fault. Without us, he'd be sitting safely in his village.
Waiting to catch smallpox? That's the risk we take, Corto.
Now what?
What you came for is very close.
We'll bury him and move on, if that's okay with you.
That's the stone tower. That's the place where Corbett set up camp for the last time. We are on Javaro territory.
Lovey Columbia has some shrunken heads in his shop in Maracaibo. Not exactly pretty.
Pretty or not pretty, white people pay a lot of money for them. Stop. Let's take them to the village. We'll sell their heads to a white merchant.
You traitor!
Why am I a traitor? Because I have a white father? Don't forget I'm a Jivaro by my mother. That's what matters. I hate white people.
I'll kill you!
Tie him up. The white men come here to find gold or emeralds. They either kill the Indians or they force them to fight each other. They make endless promises, but they never keep them. And we have to hide deeper and deeper in the jungle. If we kill you, it will stop the white men for a while.
I know how you feel. But that's not the way you'll protect your people. Anyway, there's not much you can do to us.
Not much, eh? I can kill you. I can torture you.
That's just it. You cannot kill me. Not if I take my medicine.
Pierre, you're crazy. Stop provoking him.
I don't fear torture, because my medicine makes me invulnerable.
What are you saying? No one can defy death.
Well, I can. With my magic mushrooms.
He's completely mad.
No, he's not mad. Far from it.
Try it, if you like. One mushroom will make you immortal for a whole day.
So you want to poison me, eh? Do you think I'm stupid?
We've heard enough, Aparia. Let's kill him.
Are these the mushrooms?
Yes. They make your skin as thick as a caiman skin.
We'll soon see about that.
My God, Pierre. Why do this?
I'm sorry, Professor. But when the ship sinks, it's every man for himself. Apari, I feel it. My skin is getting thicker.
You're shaking. I can see water coming out of your body. What? What is it? Are you afraid? Tell me.
I'm ready. Go ahead. If you think your machete's strong enough.
Stop!
Farewell.
No!
It came off. The mushrooms didn't harden his skin. He was lying to me all along.
Of course he was lying, you stupid fool. What did you think? Pierre was the smartest of all. You were looking forward to torturing him. He denied you the pleasure. You thought you knew best, and he fooled you.
The white man is right. Aparia acted like a fool.
Will you stop laughing?
But where am I? What's going on?
You've been moaning in your sleep. Must have been a pretty bad dream.
A bad dream? Oh my God, Corto.
Calm down, Steiner. You're awake now. And tell me what we're doing in Maracaibo.
Don't you remember?
No, I don't.
Well, you've had amnesia ever since you hit your head. Don't you remember?
When did I hit my head? Will you explain to me?
Yeah, next thing I know, his head falls off and rolls on the floor in front of me. It was horrible.
He chose death rather than pain. I think Jack London told me a similar story once.
Jack London? Isn't he the one who wrote about a dog?
Welcome, my friends. Welcome. The papers are ready. When are you leaving?
Steiner told me you made an offer to me. He also said something about El Dorado and magic mushrooms. But I keep forgetting everything.
Yes, of course. We didn't think of that. What do you say?
Say about what? El Dorado's a dream. For some, it's even become a nightmare. How can two educated men like you believe in such fairy tales?
Because dreams are woven in gold, whereas reality is gray and dull.
I'm fed up with all this, Levy. It gave me terrible nightmares last night, and frankly, I've had enough.
You ate some mushrooms too, didn't you?
This head. Isn't it a white man's head?
Yes. That is why it's not for sale.
I own 2 gold candelabra. Originally, they were in San Cristobal de la Havana. I'll trade them for this head.
You are much too romantic, my dear Corto Maltese. How can you be sure that it's Pierre Loren's head?
I can't, but I want it buried in the cemetery of Nuestra Señora de Maracaibo.
An anarchist in hallowed ground?
He'll be better off than in your office. Farewell, Levy Columbia.
Tell me, Corto, what do you think of all this? Corbett, the Tower, El Dorado? You don't believe in all that, do you?
Steiner, I thought you knew me by now. Of course I believe it. But I don't want anyone to know that. One day we may actually set up this expedition, but on our own, without partners.
He should be here by now.
You think something went wrong?
He's just late, that's all.
This is all making me very nervous. What about you? How are you feeling?
Nervous.
Can you see all right up there?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Will you stop chattering?
Do you always have to be so nasty?
He's right, though, because...
Shut up, look. There he is.
Wait, he doesn't have the briefcase. That's not him.
Too bad.
Sorry, you're out of luck. I don't have money on me.
That's not very wise. To leave home without money. That's reason enough to teach you a little lesson.
That's right. Maybe you'll be more careful next time.
Shut up down there. If you're going to say something, try using your brains. If not, just use your knives.
Well, I suppose we don't have to kill you after all, but you will be a good little sailor now, won't you?
Oh, you bet. A very good sailor.
We'll get along just fine then. Come over here.
Well then, what are you waiting for?
I'm not a naturally trusting person. I'll behave as long as you keep your knives to yourselves. Anyway, if you shoot now, you'll botch up your ambush. Is there anything I can do?
Are you with them?
No, I'm not with anyone. My name is Corto Maltese.
So you're golden lips, friend. You're a godsend. Take this to Rumbita. It's very important.
Give me that briefcase, sailor. Sorry to get you mixed up in all this. It's a long story. But I don't have time to explain it to you.
Are you from the northern states?
What's it to you? Now give me that briefcase.
Oh, right, the briefcase. Here, have it.
No!
Sailor is?
Come back with me.
The Northerners are leaving. Let's celebrate. Not yet, Felicia, not yet. There's still some tarantulas around.
Why, if it isn't Corto Maltese?
Good evening. Do I know you?
You don't remember me? Once when I was a little girl, I got your pants wet. I'm Partis Flores's daughter, the youngest.
Then you're little Esmeralda.
That's right. Little Esmeralda's all grown up.
What are you doing in Mosquito?
Is that supposed to be a real question?
All right, then I'll ask a different one if you prefer. Someone was supposed to bring a briefcase here tonight. You know anything about it?
And you? What do you know?
Nothing much. Before dying, the man with the briefcase mentioned this place, and Golden Lips.
My mother loved you, Corto. But you complicated her life. You asked dangerous questions.
I just like fulfilling the wishes of a dying man. It's an old habit of mine.
Haven't you noticed how much everything's changed around here? The people of Mosquito are tired of growing bananas only to make the Union richer. It's the revolution. Everything depends on Golden Lips. She needs some important documents to keep the Northerners quiet. The blonde scorpions just arrived.
Good evening, Miss Flores. I'm looking for Ramirez. Please excuse me, I didn't realize you had company.
Captain Corto Maltese, this is Mr. Sanders, political attaché for the Union. The big companies hired him as a watchdog to defend the plantations. But you see, the dog will go back home without having bitten anyone.
So you're leaving the country?
It breaks my heart to leave, but since all the citizens of the Union have left Mosquito, we don't have any reason to stay. Unless we could find a fellow citizen to defend, that would be a totally different story. You wouldn't happen to be a citizen of the Union, would you?
My origins are diverse, and I have 2 or 3 different nationalities, but I don't have yours, Sanders.
Pity. You could have given us a good excuse for intervening. You're only allowed to shoot when protecting the life of one of our citizens.
We get the point, Sanders, but there are no Union citizens left in Mosquito. I drink to your departure. Good riddance.
Just one more thing, Miss Flores. You were born in Buenos Aires, but your father, wasn't he a Union citizen?
My father? I never knew my father, so don't mix him up in your dirty business. Throw them out of here, Corto.
Personally, I came to dance the tango, not to discuss politics.
If Miss Flores is the daughter of one of our citizens, it's our duty to protect her, even if it's against her will, unfortunately. Politics, politics, politics. It's just such a headache. Let's go, Captain Brandt. Oh, and if you run into Ramirez, ask him to get in touch with me, won't you?
Who's this Ramirez?
He's one of Sanders' henchmen.
Henchman? That's not very nice of you, Miss Flores. For your information, Ramirez's real title is consulate employee. Good night.
Farewell. Are you still up for that dance, Corto?
The Scorpion's right, Esmeralda. It's gonna be a long night. And we won't be the only ones dancing.
Hey, you! What did Esmeralda tell you?
I'm in no mood for talking. I knew her mother well. We had some catching up to do, that's all.
Is that so? But you mentioned a briefcase. If it's the one I think it is, it could be very useful to our cause.
So, you're a revolutionary.
Like all of the free men in this town.
You're wasting your time. You should be talking to Esmeralda, not to me. Seems to me you're not very sharp for a revolutionary.
And is this sharp enough?
You know, it's not the first one I've seen this evening. Well, so long then, comrade. It just keeps getting heavier. Not again.
Hand over the briefcase, Corto Maltese.
What on earth's inside? Everyone around here seems to want it.
Money, what else? But it won't end up in the pocket of an adventurer.
Oh, and would it be better off in a soldier's pocket?
Why not? Originally, this money was meant to buy some documents. But now that the regime has fallen...
If I said there was someone behind you, you wouldn't believe me now, would you?
No, definitely not.
Oh, I guess I won't say it.
Is everything all right, Corto Maltese?
I'm not sure yet. Whose side are you on?
Me? What kind of question is that? I'm on Veneziana Stevenson's side, of course. And on yours.
But who is Veneziana Stevenson?
That's me. I need you to get me out of Mosquito. You are going to take us aboard your ship. Me, my friend, and the little briefcase.
There is a price to pay. 5 men have already died because of this briefcase. You don't want to die now, do you?
Don't worry. If anyone survives, it'll be me. You'll survive too if you take me far from Mosquito. Let's hurry. Sanders will soon get bored with looking for Ramirez, and Golden Lips must be tired of waiting for Captain Brandt.
You mean Brandt was working for Golden Lips? And Sanders' thug, Ramirez, where's he?
He's dead. But he gave the briefcase to a traveling sailor before dying.
Ramirez was the guy from the alley? So he was a traitor then? Like the rest of them.
Follow me.
Why should I? Until now, only scorpions and tarantulas have been involved in this mess.
It's Captain Brandt!
Let's go back to Rumbita. Esmeralda will take us to Golden Lips.
Esmeralda?
Over there! Shoot, for Christ's sake! Don't let him get away!
What are you waiting for, Corto? Do something.
Here? It wouldn't be decent. You must be a little bit slow, my poor Veneziana Stevens. What can I do?
Take this gun.
What do you want me to do with it? Peel chestnuts? Stay here. All right. I'll go get killed and I'll be right back.
They must have headed for the beach.
Sorry, Sanders, I wasn't the one who threw the bomb.
What difference does it make now? Did you kill that traitor, Brandt?
No, but how'd you know he was a traitor?
I've known it for a while now. He's the one who stole the documents. Golden Lips was going to pay a hefty sum. I wanted to catch both of them tonight. Do you have a cigarette?
But Ramirez had the briefcase, and it was your money, right?
That's right. But he was a traitor. Like the others. What a country. Filled with traitors and bananas. Now I can finally tell you. I have always hated bananas.
Hey, you, the bomber, show yourself. The briefcase.
Belonged to Captain Brandt. Bastards, they killed them all.
Hands up, put down your weapons.
Where's the briefcase? And you're not going anywhere until you tell me. Search the car!
You're wasting your time, Carmelito. If you want to help the cause, you should look elsewhere.
There's nothing. He doesn't have the briefcase.
Listen to me carefully. You only have two options. You're either for or against the revolution. Which side are you on?
Who, me? I'm just a visiting sailor. Fine, kill me. That'll give the Union soldiers the perfect excuse to intervene, and you'll get blown to bits.
He's right, Carmelito. We have strict orders. We're not allowed to kill Northerners.
Just tell me one thing.
Don't worry, Carmelito. There's absolutely nothing between Esmeralda and me. You can go get killed in peace.
Farewell, Mocenigo.
You're the most ruthless murderer I've ever met.
You don't know the slightest thing about me, Corto Maltese. Mocenigo is going to kill me. just like he killed Ramirez and many others. And I think, yes, I might just kill you. I'm too attracted to you. I can't afford to fall in love with a vagabond like you. But it is a shame.
What are you waiting for? Snap out of it! Hurry up, a friend is waiting for you.
Where'd you learn to use a machine gun?
In Buenos Aires, with the sharpshooters of the Patricios Regiment. You were lucky, Corto Maltese.
Not that lucky. See? Because of you, I got my pants wet again. Here's the briefcase, if it'll help the revolution in some way.
Oh, the revolution is already over. The Union men have all left now.
Give it to Golden Lips, then. You're the only person I can trust.
Are you in that much of a hurry to leave?
Hello, Corto Maltese.
You've come a long way from Bahia, Golden Lips.
Oh yes, Bahia. Oh yes, I've come a very long way, very far. But home is where your friends are. Esmeralda saved your life. She deserves a reward.
Here's the briefcase that cost so many lives, including your middleman Ramirez.
Ramirez. Oh yes, but he wasn't my middleman. He was in cahoots with Brandt and Veneziana Stevenson, and even with Mocenigo. Fools, all of them, all ready to kill one another over a briefcase. What was it you called them? Tarantulas and scorpions?
Somehow you managed to dupe them all.
Oh, I just waited for the poison to take effect. I feel bad about Veneziana. She was one of my disciples, but she made too many mistakes. Men also make mistakes, especially when there's a woman around. Ramirez took the briefcase, but he didn't even look inside. He looked at Esmeralda instead. That's just how men are. But the banana war is over. It's time to celebrate. Will you come to the celebration, Corto?
Nah, I have nothing to celebrate. I'm going back to Barbados.
Until next time, dark and handsome. Never say goodbye to me.
Goodbye, Golden Lips.
Whose side are you on, sailor?
Side of the strongest.
That's no answer. What is your name?
I'm Corto Maltese, a friend of Pat Finnegan.
Banshee! The auxiliaries! Let's get out of here!
Run along. I'll hold them up for as long as I can.
Over there, Major, on the square. Watch the windows, you moron.
Too late. They've been roasted alive.
Hey, you. Back against the wall. Back off.
Easy. This has nothing to do with me. I heard the sound of an explosion, so I came to see what was going on, that's all.
Don't try pulling a fast one.
I'll knock your teeth out.
Lower your gun, O'Hara. Papers, please. You were born in La Valette and you reside in Antigua. You're a long way from home.
These things happen.
And obviously you didn't see anyone.
No one at all, obviously.
You're very lucky. You could well have died tonight.
Not a chance. I hadn't decided that my time had come.
Uh-huh. Let's go and check out the docks.
How's that, sir? You mean we let him go?
You heard me.
We should have blown his brains out.
What are you looking for in Ireland?
I'm after the leprechaun's pot of gold.
How will you find it?
I'll find it the day I meet a young girl crying on the bank of a river. Sinn Féin.
Yes, you said it all right. Sinn Féin. Ourselves alone. Welcome to Ireland, Corto Maltese. Good to meet you. I'm Seamus Hogan. We got your message 2 weeks ago.
Who killed him?
2 months ago, O'Sullivan ordered the auxiliaries to execute him. Let's go back. Pat was a true leader. He managed to organize the rebellion. After he fell under the auxiliaries' bullets, he became a hero. His death turned our rebellion into a revolution.
Who are the auxiliaries?
They're mercenaries hired by the English, commanded by Major O'Sullivan, an Irishman who sold himself to the crown.
Who's the new leader of Sinn Féin?
It's Sean Finnegan.
Is he?
Pat's brother. He's waiting for us.
Corto, welcome.
How are you, Sean?
Lads, this is Corto Maltese. He knew Pat, and he's a friend of Sinn Féin. He organized the
Pleasure
last
to
arms
meet you.
shipment.
Glad to have you with us.
What's the news, Sean?
It's a bloody disaster. The English captured Brennan. We don't know where he's detained, and they'll probably soon execute him. But we'll do all we can to save him.
Just like you saved Pat?
Don't be too quick to judge. There's a lot you don't know. One day I'm going to have to tell you the whole story, but not today.
Who's singing?
Banshee, Pat Finnegan's wife.
Black is the night, black is the daylight.
You're right. It was lovely.
Welcome to Ireland, Corto Maltese. I'm really sorry about last night. I didn't even know what you looked like, although Pat often talked about you. I'm Banshee O'Dannon.
I didn't know Pat had got married since we last met. Tell me if there's anything I can do.
All I want is to avenge him.
That's what I'm here for.
I heard some music from the street. Everything all right, Sean?
It was until you walked in. You know there's no place here for traitors.
How dare you come in here? He's Pat's murderer, and you all stand by doing nothing. You murderer!
Stop it, Banshee. Calm down.
The first one to move will keep Tim Brennan company. He's going to be hanged tonight at Greenbridge. Hello, sailor. Nice to see you again.
You heard what he said. Tim Brennan will be hanged tonight. There isn't much time. Let's send word to Greenbridge. Hogan, you shall lead the attack.
But there's a problem, Sean. The English have covered their trucks with metallic nets. When they throw bombs or dynamite on them, they bounce off.
We should get nearer the trucks.
But that's impossible. We'll all be sitting ducks.
The best way would be to send someone in front of the trucks to make them stop.
A good idea, like a woman with a cart. Or maybe a kid. He'll pretend to faint, and when the convoy stops, that's when we pounce.
Yeah, right. That's easy for you to say. You don't have a way for kids.
The English are cold-blooded bastards, but they're no fools. This trick has been used so many times, it'll never work.
What we do then? We just charge right in.
It'll take a lot of men. We're sure to lose some.
You're right there, Hogan. We do have a problem.
Here's the solution.
Fish hooks.
Strong enough for sharks. Tie them to the bombs, and they'll stick to the trucks.
Shark hooks, I like it. What do you think, lads?
Fantastic idea.
Yeah, I like it. Good idea. Good.
All settled then. You take 11 men along with you. You'll need them.
Well, it's time to go, friends.
We have a hideout near the docks. You can stay there until you leave us. Banshee will show it to you.
Banshee. Isn't that name unlucky?
You might say that. Banshees are Irish spirits who bring bad luck to whoever sees them.
Do you really think you bring bad luck?
Only to the English, Corto. To the English and to those who betray the people and its revolution, like O'Sullivan.
What's the story about him?
As unlikely as it seems today, he used to be a friend. Pat Finnegan's friend and my friend, too. They were both in love with me. One day, O'Sullivan asked me to marry him. It made me very happy and proud. I loved him deeply, but when the rebellion started, he sold out to the English. You know the rest.
Yeah. You decided to marry Pat Finnegan. Out of spite.
Well, yes, that may have been the case in the beginning, but then I really grew fond of him. Oh, what's the point of stirring up old memories?
I'm not stirring, I'm listening. You needed to talk. It happens sometimes.
I don't think it happens to you very often.
Oh, yes, it did happen to me. A long time ago.
You're like an old dog. You go away and hide to lick your wounds, isn't that so?
Hey, you two. Aren't you Banshee O'Dannon?
Not at all. My name is Moira.
Whatever you say, it's the same thing. It's you they want in Dublin. You were seen near an armoured car in flames last night.
Me, you say?
Was that the only way?
They would have tortured us to make us talk.
I guess you're right, but it's always strange to see someone die when he's not expecting it.
What are you doing?
I'm preparing a little surprise for O'Sullivan.
Perfect. Congratulations, Lieutenant. Get Major O'Sullivan in here. I have good news, Major. Hogan, the Sinn Féin rebel, was killed while he and his men were attacking our convoy on the way to Green Bridge.
Was this the convoy transporting Tim Brennan?
Precisely that one, Major. Except that instead of Brennan and his escort, the truck was transporting dummies. I'd love to know what Hogan thought when he discovered that he'd been set up. But I guess I'll never know now, because our men took a good shot at those ruffians.
Sir, that worked out beautifully.
Yes, beautifully indeed. You're right, and all the credit is due to whoever told the rebels about the transfer. The same person who always informs the Irish Revolutionary Army of our plans. Yes, the strange thing is, you see, that only two people knew about this convoy, Major. You and me. Only you and me. And since I'm not the one who told them, Tim Brennan was executed in this very spot this morning. And your friends fell into the trap, Major. Is there anything you would like to say, O'Sullivan?
I regret I only have one life to give to the Irish Revolution.
Lower your gun, Sergeant.
What's going on? That's Major O'Sullivan.
Above all, that was a traitor, a heroic Sinn Féin revolutionary who infiltrated us at the risk of his life. All right, Sergeant, you can get rid of him.
You, hold on. I've never seen you before.
O'Sullivan? Think you can get up? What's down there?
What the hell is going on in here?
It's top secret. Colonel King is not to be disturbed under any circumstances. Stand on guard until I come back. No hard feelings, guys. You've been doing quite a bit of killing, too. Time to get rid of this uniform. How are you doing, Sean?
How do you think I'm doing? We lost Hogan and 11 lads. Thank you anyway for what you did. But it won't bring them back.
I was with O'Sullivan when he died. I'd like to understand.
It's a pretty sad story. Sad and pathetic.
Since I got here, everything's been sad and pathetic.
The only real traitor among us was Pat Finnegan, my own brother. And I'm the one who found out about it.
I find it hard to believe. Pat Finnegan always fought against the English. He believed in an Irish Republic.
The only thing he believed in was money. And thanks to him, the English got to execute all our historic leaders. But to all revolutionaries, Pat was a hero. If the truth had ever come out, it would have been the end of our whole movement. The people had made so many sacrifices. We couldn't let them down. So O'Sullivan organized his arrest and had him executed when Colonel King was away from Dublin. Since then, all the Irish have hated him, but it also aroused Colonel King's suspicions. When he killed Pat, O'Sullivan had signed his own death warrant. He was the true hero, but no one will ever know it. Farewell, Corto Maltese.
Who else knows the true story?
Only Colonel King, whom you killed. No one else knows. Not even Banshee. By the way, you'll find her on the beach.
Listen. This is the music that Merlin heard when he left with Morgan Le Fay in search of the magic sword. It's the wind blowing through the bones of this whale skeleton. And it was to reproduce that sound that was so special to him that Finn MacCool, the Fianna warrior, invented the first harp. The very first harp of Ireland. The very first... I'm sorry, I'm talking nonsense. Are you leaving, Corto?
Yes, I am. Do you want to come along?
My name is Banshee. Remember? I was bad luck to the 2 men that I loved. I cannot risk it with a 3rd one. And Ireland still needs me, and all the others. Farewell, Corto Maltese.